All right, how's it going, everybody? Welcome to another episode of College Hoops 2K8 here with Maine Basketball. We've got not too much left here officially. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 7, 8, 10, 11. And I see 1, I see 2, I see 3. And then let's see, 4, 5, 6. So, hey, we'll be halfway through the stuff here, and then we'll have another stream of this. And, hey, that'll be the regular season. Now, we've got a bit of an uphill climb with the 7-11 record that we got here, but hopefully we'll be able to make something of this. Let's see here. They're 10-8 and a little bit better than us. 8 points isn't too bad, so it's doable. Just got to play a little bit better than we usually do. Easier said than done.
It's College Hoops on 2K Sports.
Right. Oh,
Maryland
loud.
County Retrievers go up against the Maine Black Bears. We're really excited to bring you this matchup. Hello, basketball fans. We're
There
here
we
at
go.
Alpha.
All right. It's all right. This joke would be more better.
Wente uses
Oh.
the crossover, dishes it to the right.
No.
Wilkins is
What?
whistled for reaching in, and that's his first foul.
If you're going to go for the steal like that, you've got to be careful with your hands.
Maryland.
Yeah, I
BC
don't
gets the
think
tip.
I created the
And
local to global concept. That is not a... I didn't even create the 0000 concept.
Passes to the top of the key. Hogan catches
Oh,
it
are you
upright.
asking me that? I don't know who created it.
Behind the arc. Pulled in by Porter. And it's
A
still
long,
not
yeah,
enough to
I
seal.
don't know. It was a long ass time
It's
ago.
deflected, and it's
Because I
gathered up by
think
the
people
yellow.
were, I know people were doing that back in like TW 2005. So honestly, I
Let's
couldn't
check in with our
even,
sideline
I
reporter,
couldn't even
Tracy
tell
Wilson,
you.
who has some info for us.
Thanks,
Some
Vern.
go
A while
fuck
ago, I talked
themselves.
with Coach Wilson.
Well, here's the
He told me
thing.
that
Up
they wanna
until
use their
like,
quickness to their advantage. He said they
up
couldn't
until
think
like
of another squad that could
2013,
match their
like,
team's speed, and he wants to make sure
there
that
was
shows tonight
there
by
was
getting
some
out of
a
the
somewhat
break and showing
viable,
how
like
fast
now it's a
this
lot
game
more
can be played.
realistic,
Guys,
but
Thank you, Tracy.
like I remember when I started my 0000
Controls the tip.
and there was a certain level of that's not what I meant to do, but I'll take it. There was a certain level of sponsorship money that you got even at the tiniest size, and it was actually kind of a ridiculous amount. It was something like 8,000 a
As it on
month.
the inside.
But then again, this was
Raises
also
up.
scaled at the fact that even the lowest tier guys made like $200 a pop.
It's hard to
Um,
imagine he could get a cleaner look.
And then in 2016, they changed it to where you don't make nearly as much money if you're not, you know, even at the smallest tier. But they hadn't quite changed what they didn't quite change how some of those low tier contracts work. So you went down to making like, you know, $400 a month in sponsorships, but you were still having to pay like $200 a pop to no-namers. So they finally got the best of both worlds in with, hey, we're going to go to the more realistic, like $20 a pop. And then makes the $400 that you make in sponsorship money slightly more viable.
Because he will hit that given another chance.
Take it. There you go.
3-point range. He's got 3.
Why are you not a big fan of the fact that you are basically having to play a an accounting simulator?
Down low, tosses it up. The jumper was buried by Hogan. They're up 9-5. It's tipped. Picked up by Maryland, Baltimore County.
I'd love to see that. He was lurking around then.
An accounting simulator with a wrestling skin over it. You're doing fine, probably.
Leads him with the pass. The shot was banked in by Hogan.
As long as you're making some money, like,
Hey, if you've got
you're
the
doing
timeouts,
good.
you might as well
Hey,
use it.
we'll do shot selection. We're not doing great right now.
Going to shake things up a little bit with some
We need to get some of our big men doing some stuff.
Troutman inbounds the ball. About 9.5 minutes left in the half. Gets it inside.
God damn it!
And it's scooped up by
Oh, the turnovers have been atrocious.
The ball down there, Vern. You
Turnovers have just been insanity.
exactly what can happen.
leads him with the pass. Troutman pulls the
All
trigger.
right.
Doesn't get it. Richards has picked up his first foul of the game.
16-5 in 2023. Okay.
He misses the first.
You know what I found out, because I actually have this for my PS3, is that they had that 6-axis. I hated it. The 6-axis free throw shooting, where you have to basically lift your actual controller up and then swing it down. And they actually, it wasn't until like update 1.1 that they put in the ability to right stick it on the PS3, which is good for, when you're playing on an emulator, because obviously you're probably not using a 6-axis PS3 controller at that point.
What a pass. Left side. Dumps it down low.
There you go. There you go.
By Troutman. And they're now down by 5.
Yeah, I'd probably be doing a little bit better if I financially if I stuck to number one, if I stuck to cheap guys and didn't buy guys who were $400 a pop and have a few of those on roster, and then also beginning my broadcasting ordeals too.
Backs in. Pippen throws it up. It's in.
There we go. We're getting there.
But they're still behind by 2.
Make them do something stupid. Come on.
Double team him. Edwards way up court. Pokes free.
There you go.
It's scooped up by Grundy. Gets it far side. Shoots it.
Ooh, that was awkward. Damn it.
Game on the shot by
That would have been a good one though.
That rebound with his elbows high, using a little intimidation.
Backs him down.
Ugh. All right. LTG stuff with Idle Fight mostly. Okay. Oh yeah, that's right. You're doing a
Both teams are
Joshi
making
promotion, aren't you?
substitutions.
Yeah, cheap. Actually, I do very cheap, but yeah, very very cheap ticket prices. It gives you that popularity boost.
Ball as well.
And then, of course, if you have a shitty show, then it's not really going to matter because the tickets are uber cheap. So I like that idea, too, that you can change the ticket prices, and it kind of gives you the tolerance for the show. Who's my best player? I honestly don't know. Who statistically is my best player? No, it's not there. It's subs 51-66. Wilkins is a 66. O'Connor is a 70. Pippen is injured, but he's been out there. So I guess O'Connor, my shooting guard, and then Wilkins, my point guard. That's why I'm trying to kind of shoot a fair few 3-pointers, because my best players are my shooting and point guard. Yeah, I thought about doing the merch thing, like continuing it, because it's like, okay, I could probably do it, but yeah, get to level 3 on your merch and then just stay there for a little bit, because level 3 is the highest you can get.
Dumps it to the paint. Wilkins gets it to go.
Sorry, that was weird. I don't know if that was in the game or outside my window. It almost sounded like someone screaming. That was odd.
Cut it to 1.
That's weird. I won't. If I hear it again, I'll worry about it. But
Maine has had serious
right now, I'm not.
Interior defense. And Tracy has a report from their bench.
Coach Wilson is definitely aware of that problem. He told his assistants that they have to bring more defenders into the game.
There you go.
Leaving the perimeter open. Desperate measures here, Vern.
Thanks, Tracy.
Like the logo? Let's check
Good
it.
team basketball, Vern.
Wente from downtown.
Interesting.
Gets the bucket.
That's a good way of
They're
putting
now
it, I guess.
up by 4.
It's interesting.
Right around 6 minutes left in the half. Has it on the corner.
I mean,
The shot.
one of my best players right there. Let's do it.
By Wilkins. He's 2 for 2 from downtown.
Ooh, there we go.
Last ones to touch it, and they'll turn it over.
That wasn't the prettiest pass I've seen, Vern. They weren't quite on the same page.
There we go. You know, I really wish there was a new version of this game. I don't know why. Maybe it's the fact that I've changed. Maybe it's the fact that I'm still on the same like deal or changed teams. That sometimes this feels like a slog.
Passes like that make it so easy for the shooter.
I don't know. I always wonder about that. Like, hey, maybe I should change up some of this stuff. I mean, that's why I introduced hockey, because I wanted to do hockey for sure. That's probably not a good idea. All right, well, he made it, so. I've definitely seen people who have, like, you know, as far as that logo, I've definitely seen people who have their own series that do a slightly worse job or lazier.
They don't have much in the way of chemistry at the moment.
Backs down. To give them the lead.
And one, let's go. I'm not expecting everyone to be like me, who I spend probably way too much time in Photoshop being like, how could I make this? What kind of aesthetic could I go for? I can make the match card look really nice. I've actually had those thoughts before where it's just like, you know, I wanted to do this type of aesthetic would be good, and I don't really use this color much, so we can use this one.
Beats it to the left wing.
Yeah, I was really expecting. Oh, there you go, there you go.
Nice speed by Shabbat.
Nice.
They're now up by 3.
That's very weird that I heard just a bit earlier, because I really don't know if that was in game or if that was just. It almost sounded like someone screaming.
Porter backs in, passes it to the wing.
But I don't hear it anymore. All right, let's see what we got. Oh!
Lead pass to the paint. Stolen away by Cotton.
Wonderful job of denying the
Damn it.
basketball
Damn
last
it.
time. Great pick. I love the strength. He fought through the foul, no problem. And that'll give him the 3-point chance.
Both teams are going to make some substitutions.
You know, once I got my AC fixed, I've noticed that even on the really hot days, my AC's not really struggling much anymore to keep my room at a decent, keep my whole house basically at a decent level. Hey,
We're now all tied up 32.
These people aren't loving it.
can get a 700 cost Suzuki. I mean, if you're able to do it, why not?
Has it right side.
I'd probably get like a higher tier Joshi for my Joshi promotion. At this point, if I wasn't trying kind of on purpose to save money just to make sure my men's promotion had some money to be filtered into just in case I decide to just lose a bunch doing my tapings. But I'm not too worried right now. Oh. There you go. There you go. You know what? We're going to end up, you know what we're going to end up doing? We're going to end up doing the same stuff that we did at Grambling, where it's like, you know what? I'm going to get some lights out 3-point shooters. And we're just going to shoot the lights out, and that's how we're going to deal with this. That's how we're going to deal with the fact that their big men are just clearly better than ours. And like every once in a while we can kind of fight through like this and maybe score. But yeah, just get on the wings and just snipe them from 3.
Can't connect from 12 feet out. They're still down 8.
But yeah, like oh, son of a bitch.
And it's picked up by Maryland, Baltimore
Non-signed Camus, who's 240.
Snatched inside by Grundy.
I would say do Suzu because she's depending on your product. I mean, Suzu is going to give you better matches, and she is quite a bit younger. Maybe not quite a bit younger, but like I think Camus is probably like what 20. Even in 2023, she's probably like what 26, 27. She might be a little bit older than that. I can't remember. Is she close to 30? I can't remember if she's close to 30 yet. But Suzu Suzuki, even in 23, I don't even think she's hit 20 officially by that point. Yeah, 29. But yeah, Suzu Suzuki is like 18 or 19 right now, I think.
Making substitutions.
It just kind of depends on if you're willing to spend that amount of money. And it's kind of like me with some of my higher tier guys like Eddie Edwards or Mike Bailey or Ricky Starks, where it's like, all right, I can't use them every single show because they cost $400 a piece. So I'm going to have to give them 1, maybe 2 appearances over the course of a month.
The tray was missed by Urban. Still a 2-point lead. Miles gets it on the elbow. Troutman hands it off.
Oh, I was kind of hoping for a.
And we're all tied up.
Oh, perfect.
One here, Vern, if they hurry it up.
Oh, damn it. Oh, my God. A 4-point play. Son of a bitch. Why did I hit? I hit the wrong button too. I hit the damn steal button instead of, I don't know, the block button. Might have actually kept him from hitting the 3. All right, let's just get here. Let's just get over here. Oh, oh no!
Sherrod. Troutman dumps it off.
It's a long 2. Damn it!
Hauls it in. That's his 3rd rebound of the contest.
Poop.
Banked in by Hogan. They're out in front by 5.
That's all right. It's only a 5-point game. That's not too bad.
Tracy has something for us.
Coach Wilson is not sugarcoating the issue. He told his
there you go.
Are fundamentally
Draw the foul.
Abysmal. And then added, the only players I want on the floor right now are the
oh
ones
my
that
God.
take care of the ball.
All right, Tracy.
Can we not do that, please? Pretty please. There you go.
Good on number 2.
Nice.
Shepard inbounds the ball.
Nice.
Has it top of the key.
All right. 4 points. That's not bad. Could be worse.
Score 42-38. Give us your opinion on the first half, Bill.
I can't think of too much good to say about this game, so Vern, maybe.
You know, it was a rough game tonight, but hey, Avalanche. 2 games away from the title.
We're all set to
I'm excited.
The second half.
Come on. Oh, yeah, then SRX started up this last weekend. I forgot all about it, but I watched the main event race today.
He's 5 for
I was like, oh, yeah.
Tracy
Shit,
Wilson
that was
has
the thing.
4 on what went
See,
on
I'm not
after.
paying as much attention to it because it's not in Knoxville this year.
He told me his team is down, but he's going to push the issue even more.
Hey, D. Leathers, thanks for the host. Appreciate it.
Coach said that even though his starters had plenty of energy, he would still rotate in his bench players. He said that
I felt like an old man the other day
but more of a method of showing different looks on offense.
because
Thanks, Tracy.
Oop.
Let's see if they took that advice.
because I got excited over the fact that there was a new, like, not quite a supermarket, but like a mini supermarket.
Miles.
It's mostly like a meat
Connects
place,
inside the key.
but with like
He's
some
shooting
groceries and stuff as well.
100% for the game.
And I was just like, hey, we got a nice little mini supermarket that we can go to now, and it's kind of in the neighborhood. Someone's like,
Hogan catches it.
I think one of my
You have to keep your head
one of
up
my
and eyes open at all
one of
times.
my
This
friends I
guy,
work
that's
with
right. You never know
was
where
laughing
we're
at me
gonna
about
find
it.
Pass to the middle.
Hey, there you go.
Vignale inbounds the ball.
Somehow you're dating Suzu now. Oh boy,
Wente.
I can't imagine what dating a
is tagged with the reach, and that's his first foul of the game.
like a male deathmatch worker is one thing, but like even a female deathmatch worker, I can't imagine that. I wonder what that is like.
Launches one from beyond the arc.
Feels like it's
Rebounded
broken.
by
How was
Hogan.
your day? Not too bad.
Last layup.
Credit to D there. They reacted quickly enough to throw him off.
Made some good money today because of the holiday.
Geeson puts it up.
Postal holidays are a little bit different because this one fell on a Sunday. The holiday
Doesn't matter how far you've got to go
window
to get
includes a
every
Monday
rebound is
as well,
essential.
so that everyone basically has the opportunity to make their holiday pay,
From deep.
and that's what I got to do.
And they're now
Think the
behind
Avalanche
by
will get it
one.
done. I think they had a setback tonight, but
Throws it up, knocks it down
I think they could do it.
16 points.
6-2 is not great, but then again, we just won 7-0, so
Dumps it to the paint.
might as well have a bad night now and not when it really means something.
Richards
I mean, it is the
stretches it
finals
down
and giving up a
inside.
game, but
Nice work by the big fella to get that rebound.
rather it be now than a game 7.
Swings it to the wing.
Just got to get yourself
Offensive
back
board
into
by
it.
Vignale. Gets the friendly bounce off the side of the rim. And they now
At least she's
go up
going to
by
break
5.
light tubes overhead at home. You don't know.
Porter gets it on the low block.
Oh,
Pulls the
damn it.
trigger. Can't connect from the low block.
Just
Hogan
go
brings up
home
the
to a
ball.
girl who's still bleeding, got bandages all over her.
Pass outright. Hogan backs down.
Take your hand and rub her scarred back.
But they're still up by 5.
And you know it is. I don't know if you ever seen Risa Sarah's back, but yeah, it's definitely scarred.
Under 10 minutes left in the second half. Takes it up.
It's not quite
And he'll get 2 shots at the line.
it's not quite June Kasai's. They bleed every month. Whatever. I'm just gonna let that go.
And he makes the first. Both teams will make some substitutions.
Colorado gets one game in Tampa. It's probably over. I'm hoping so. I don't know. I think some people are thinking that Tampa's going to do it. But, I mean, that's the great thing about hockey is that it's not really luck-based, but it is one of the less unpredictable
Gets it in the paint. Grundy lets it down.
playoffs
Takes
that
it up.
generally tend to happen.
Great offensive rebound there. He works
You know, Tampa's not the same team that, got swept after winning the President's Trophy, but,
Edwards
you know,
bounces it to the left.
strange things can happen.
Vignale feeds it to the left wing. Edwards
I treat hockey almost like baseball. Like you can, like baseball's one of those games that you can get blown out 13-0 and then come back and win a game the very next day like 8-1. That's just. I think hockey sometimes tends to be the same way. Sometimes people have off nights and they get their asses kicked, but you can always still come back.
That was a much quicker shot than they might have liked, but it was a pretty open look. So it's tough to fault him.
There we go.
Has it left
Nope,
wing.
nope. Get it to a smaller guy. Let the guy come over. Come on. Set a pick. That really wasn't much of a pick, but hey, he got some separation.
Richards inbounds the ball.
They're going to apply some pressure here, and with full court, man-to-man.
Hey, Ave, what's up? I still can never remember if it's Ave or Ave or...
Edwards shoots a three.
I always forget. Every single time.
Not
Oh,
shot.
oh!
It's up to the coach to put the right people
There you go.
in the right place.
There you go.
It didn't happen there.
That last three ball was drained by Wilkins. Maryland, BC has been on
Hopefully
the
with the
wrong
Rangers.
side of
Yeah,
the
I'm
road.
confident because the Avalanche are not the Rangers, so
Very upset. Vernon told all of his players within earshot
I'm confident
that
about
one like
that
this
much.
is
Let's go
going to be
defense.
poor.
Everything else has been pretty good. I want to make sure that we
All right,
focus.
Gracie. Well, it looks like they're getting set to inbound.
It rhymes with save. Okay, Ave. That's good because I've had uncultured Midwestern boy moments before. Like it hasn't happened in a while.
I like that he's not afraid
But
to
like
defend.
before I really started learning about stuff on the internet, I remember having a conversation like 10 years ago with one of my friends, and I know he recorded it
Lineup changes.
and I think showed other people because I had one of those uncultured Midwesterner moments where I was like, that one website, is it named Kotaku or Kotaku? And he just fucking died. He's like, fucking Kotaku? So I try to do better. Oh! Damn. Miles is usually one of our lesser tier big men, but that was a nice little move there. He's the one that sometimes has problems. Oh, god damn.
By Urban. They take a 2-point
See the
lead.
new TMNT game. I've heard of it. I haven't really seen anything. Is it like damn, Miles is turning it on today. I feel like he's always either really hot or really cold. I guess today he's decided he's going to play some basketball.
Vignale. Richards
There we go.
releases, banks it in. He's got 6.
Decade behind in the Midwest. I mean, I feel like nowadays it's a little bit better sometimes.
Couldn't take the lead there.
I don't know.
By Lawton.
Now it's not even a Midwestern thing as much as it is me getting
That
older.
last basket was buried by Urban.
Like
Inbounds the ball.
No way he was
like I've seen the Morbin meme, and it's like, okay, I understand where it's from. I kind of understand what it is, but I don't find it funny.
Edwards brings it up.
And I'm just sitting here. I chalk that up as to like me getting older, just being like, this is just
Richards.
something I don't understand, I guess. And I was really sitting here thinking, like, I spend a lot of time on the internet, but
67-64.
I don't know. Am I already that far behind on like memes?
Kicks it out to the left wing. Lawton all net. He's 2 for 3 for the game. Maryland, BC calls time.
So the new TMNT, it looks like it was in the same style as like the Genesis games, which
Well,
is
let's get back to the action.
always an upside because
Substitutions.
I'm a big fan of the Genesis games. I had a cousin who had a Genesis,
Inbounds the ball. Right around
and
6
we played a lot of Ninja Turtles
Hogan
because that's what he had, and it was fun.
Corner. Benton unloads.
Can we stop them from scoring threes, for fuck's sake? I'm sure they're thinking the same thing about us, too. Except we keep dinging them off the goddamn rim sometimes.
When he sees the ball go up, he isn't afraid
Ah,
to
shit.
go after it.
Shit.
Takes
No!
by Wente. They
Where's
get
the
it rolled
defense?
and just
What
after
happened?
Wilkins unloads.
I'm just going to chuck and pray right now. I'm at that moment.
He's the top scorer for his team. Wente passes it up court. Pulls the
Ah! All right, there you go.
by Hogan. They've
All
still
right,
got
let's
a
get back into
4-point
this. All right, our big men have not really been able to maneuver too well in the post around these. Fuck! Oh, that was such a good spot too. Well, he still managed to make it work, so that's good.
He's shooting 100% for the game. Under 5.
Oh!
Up ahead, Pippen. It's
Fuck!
by
Oh, I tried to get too many passes. One too many passes in. God damn it.
Porter inbounds the ball. Pippen fires.
Oh God, hand in the face. Yep.
Troutman keeps it alive on the offensive.
Hey, there we go.
That's exactly why you don't quit working. Once the shot goes up, you keep fighting.
Yeah, it became one of those things that I was even like, I was watching some like horror thing that was being, it was like, oh, this is a really interesting thing, and I was watching it, and
Wente brings it up court.
And it's like, okay, this is kind of neat. Hang on.
Passes to the right side.
Very well made.
Richards
I like it. But yeah, every time there was like something spooky happening, I would just see the live chat for the premiere just be like, he's Morbin.
Porter
Didn't Morbius actually go to theaters and then bomb? And then I think it became a meme after it bombed. And then I heard they re-released it and it bombed again.
tie it up. Vignale didn't sit for long, and he's coming back into the ball.
I heard they actually re-released it in theaters because of the memes, and it fucking bombed again. I've never heard of something bombing twice.
Inbounds the ball. Under 4 minutes left in the second half.
And honestly, I really kind of like, I've always kind of wondered when we were going to start seeing some Marvel bombs, because, you know, all the way up until like Endgame, everything that was supposed to be like a guarantee, like, oh yeah, this will probably be Marvel's first bomb, and then nothing really bombed.
The intercept.
And I was wondering when they were eventually going to start actually having duds.
Last three-pointer was missed by Hogan. The last layup was dropped in by Richards.
Now we're trying to get a third release. So I got bomb a third time. That'd probably get in the Guinness Book of World Records.
These two teams will eventually run out of gas.
Everything in the Midwest is mid, probably.
Bold pass.
Oh.
Intercepted by Wilkins.
That wasn't much of a look. You could
All right, let's try a nice little pick and roll. God, it's so awkward.
Leads him in.
Oh my God, he was literally just standing there. It wasn't that big a deal.
like that.
I'm sure his coach will be telling him that.
Wait, what? Throwing hats at the screen during Morbius will become like bread at Little House of Horrors? I don't even know if I want to know enough about Morbius to like, because I really did check out at Endgame. I even told my roommate at the time, I was like, I'm checked out now. I'll probably, and I still haven't, but I told him, I'm like, I'll probably watch the third Spider-Man, because I watched the first two and they were really good. But at that point, I'm just done. I'm moving on.
Well, it looks like they're getting set to inbound the ball.
And it was interesting because I didn't even watch like all the Marvel movies during that phase. Like most of the Captain America shit I didn't watch. So any of the Captain America stuff tended to fly over my head, as did Doctor Strange stuff. Third Spider-Man is really good. That's good.
Foul shot is good for a three-point play.
Yep. There we go. Didn't they? What was the? They just had. I know there were people talking about. I know there was a couple of them. Oh my God Almighty! All right, fine. Let's just back it back out. Back it back out. There you go.
Fires the three. Connects.
Oh, we got it.
Shooting 62%.
Like the first two, you like the third one. That's good. And I heard, of course, they brought back like all the old favorites too. I've known at least that much.
1:30 left in the game.
Everyone's. don't like this. Can we move? Can we move somebody else in here? Let's do Loughton, and we'll do Geeson, and we'll do Troutman. Whoops.
They're getting set to inbound the ball.
All right. Get some fresh dudes in. Keep this rolling. We'll be okay. We do have Wilkins still, so we got a good shooter out there. I think O'Connor's a pretty A-okay shooter, too. All right. So all we got to do is get these fresh guys in. All right. Oh, my God, that's so far away. Yep. That's exactly what probably should have happened. Miko Iwata was your first champ. Yep.
The Retrievers have got to get some points quickly.
Oh, shit. Why was she your first champ?
Hogan skips it to the right. Backs down. It's off the mark.
Oh, no.
Decent. Fought for that rebound. That's some toughness for you.
Oh, you're pushing her? Yeah, she's pretty good.
Has it high post.
All right. Come on.
Skip pass, high post. Leads him with the
Oh, that was smooth. That's all we needed. All right. So this next possession, whatever this next possession is just supposed to kill the clock. They're probably going to start fouling here soon. Yep.
The Black Bears call time. They're up by 2.
It's fine. It's fine. Go.
Geeson.
Unless you're going to leave them open, then, then I'll take a shot.
When the coach empties his bench.
Well, there's no time to wear your
I know I said I was going to kill the clock and immediately contradicted myself by shooting it, but if you're going to leave him that far wide open, of course I am. Oof.
Wente has picked up his first foul of the game.
Okay, where are we at?
The clock, which is just what the doctor ordered.
And that's why they did it. Time is
Shit! I knew it. Oh, no! That's fine. That's fine. That's fine. Oh, all right. Well, they're going to kind of leave me alone. We're going to go for the last shot here.
O'Connor dumps it inside.
Oh, no, that was not what I wanted.
He grabs the rebound.
Oh, my God.
On the last play, we are headed to overtime.
Son of a bitch. I meant to just pass the ball out. That would have been a hell of a lot better for me to do, but no. Instead, I really just decided to finish it at the rim with no time left. Now I got to play another 5 minutes.
Oh, you can't come across like that. That is a textbook reach.
I got to stop reaching. This is why nobody shows up to these games. This is why we have so many empty seats.
Inbounds the ball. Edwards off the inbound.
We're just not good.
And they're now up by 2. Under 5 minutes left in overtime.
All right, come on. There you go. Fuck, you got to make that, man. If I get a pick for you to get a wide open shot, you got to make that shit. Get out of the way.
Hands it off. Edwards shoots it up.
Man, we have trouble keeping people there you go.
Leads him in.
There you go. There you go.
Clutches, lays it in.
I've been to emptier basketball games, yeah. Same.
Calls time. They've got one left.
They're called G League games. Let's see. We'll just keep doing defense. We need to make sure our defense is good. Good. By the way, fairly high scoring game too. I mean, in comparison to a lot of the other stuff here, it's been very high tempo. Oh my God, very high tempo game where we both had 87 at the end of regulation. There you go. There you go.
They're now up by 3. Cotton dumps it off.
Nope. Back to Boomer. Uh-oh.
Vignale has it middle.
Up.
Hogan from deep. No dice.
There we go.
A much
Might as well go to
quicker
Ohio
shot.
Valley
Right
Conference
away,
School,
but it was a
yeah.
Pretty open look, so it's tough to fault him.
Or some like independent basketball league. I think they still have those, except they mostly just do those at high school gyms at this point.
Didn't watch his feet and steps on the line. We're going the other way. The Retrievers are making substitutions.
But you've been leading this to college glory, or was that another team?
Miles inbound.
I mean, I'm trying to kind of do something. I already did my job and gave Iowa State 3 national championships. So
Goes up. Spike
now
down.
I'm seeing just what I can do with statistically the worst historically the worst team in NCAA basketball history.
Gets it left wing to put an end to the run.
Oh my God!
Inside.
Keep him. There you go.
That's what I call a little intimidation.
There you go. Get in there. Oh, damn it.
By Pippen.
All right. I think whatever's going to happen here, we're going to slow down the
Passes it
pace.
to the left side.
We're going to slow down the pace after this.
20 from downtown.
There you go.
Miles corrals the miss.
Slow down
Still
that
down
pace.
7. Pippen.
I want to kill as much of this clock as possible because the more possessions we have, the more we'll end up screwing something up.
Catches it. Top of the key. Only a few seconds left on the shot clock. Shoots with the
Yep.
clock winding down.
Fuck!
Couldn't get the shot off in time, and they end up turning it over.
You really
Yeah,
have
I
to
just
get
started
rid
with
of
this
it.
team
You
this
have to
season.
Make the most of it. It's inexcusable not to get
It's been going on for so long. I wonder, because I've thought about
To the
this.
elbow. Beats it to the right
Because
wing.
I know
Takes it
my
up. Almost a three-point opportunity.
pretty much any of the
Instead,
games I was
it's
going to
on the line
normally
for six.
play, I have added to the hard drive. But I thought about this because I
Sinks the
I
first
have a
one,
fair
and that
few
brings them within 5.
jailbroken consoles in my possession. And it's weird to think that I've had this Xbox 360 for so long and I've never gotten around to possibly
Backs in. Puts it up.
modding it in any way.
Three-pointer was
It's
no
always
good,
just
but
been
Pippen,
vanilla, like
they've
super
still got a
vanilla.
4-point lead.
Or at least getting a modded 360, you know?
On the money.
Either one of
They're
those.
now down by 2. Porter inbounds the ball. O'Connor brings it up the floor.
I feel like that's something I'll probably do with this here in the,
Wilkins dumps it
I don't know, the near future, but now that I'm thinking about it, probably do it. Oh, God, that's long too, but...
From about
Come on.
really affected that shot.
They've got to learn to be patient on
But
offense.
I've seen that apparently, like, because I've waited for so long, there's quite a few, like...
We're all tied up. The defense
There's quite a few like
back to
advancements
stride for
in
stride.
the modding,
Easy layup.
where now some like you don't even have to. Well, I think there's still some soldering, but you don't have to do a bunch of the chips and
Gets
stuff.
it right wing.
Come on,
Inside by
there you
Porter.
go,
Put up and in on that last layup.
He got a step on the D and worked it inside beautifully.
there you go. Force him to do something. Damn it!
Stone.
Yes,
He
yes,
was
yes.
waiting for him there.
That's how
All
you
right,
do it.
goddammit.
Keep the heat on.
Don't
Great
fuck up the
step and
inbounds
then
passes.
capitalize.
The foul stops the clock, which is just what the doctor ordered.
And that's
Get
why
it
they
across
need it.
the
Time is
get it
on
across the
their
way
side.
there.
Very smart play. Good foul there. They need the ball back as soon as possible.
Miles inbounds the ball.
No, make him. There you go.
20.
Make him
Now
have to
has
chase me
4
around
fouls.
and kill the clock.
They had to foul there. They've got no other option.
Make him have to chase me around. Come on. There you go.
Has picked up his first
That
foul.
killed like a good 5 seconds right there. Jesus.
They've got to stop the
You see
clock
your
and get the
question?
ball back
Oh.
right away.
Oh, favorite cartoons. I don't know. I haven't really thought about it. There you go.
Foul.
That killed a fair amount of time.
They'll head to the line for a 1-and-1.
Well, no choice but to foul. They've
I
got
feel
to
like
stop
a lot of my
the ball
stuff
back
is
right
definitely
away.
going to be older.
knocks it down.
I was always a Tom and Jerry kid growing up. I like Tom and Jerry.
The dagger.
I don't know if I would mention a lot of like modern ones. I don't know. There's probably some modern ones to really like, but that's a long ways. Oh my God. And he buried that shit. Are you kidding me?
Ability to see the floor and get it to the guys where they can do something with it.
There you go. Now you got 2.4 seconds to chuck a prayer.
Inbounds the ball.
No. Oh, dude, I'd have cried if he actually managed to do it. God damn.
101 to 98. And now it's time to show you our player of the game.
6 for 11 from 3. Okay. That's pretty good. I'll have to remember that. Boomerang was classic cartoons. Oh yeah. You know, it was I think I saw it somewhere that like I'd have to look. But I think it was one of those things that if you look at okay. Officially 75 episodes. But yeah, that was something that I hadn't thought about was the original run of the Jetsons back in the 60s, which is probably the stuff that most people have seen because like most of the episodes happened in the 80s, but the original run of the Jetsons was only 24 episodes. Over the course of 6 months between 1962 and 1963, there were 24 Jetsons episodes, and that was the vast majority of like what anyone had actually seen. I remember that. I remember my dad had cable at his place, and they had, what was it, Cartoon Fridays. This is probably why I know so much about like goofy 2001 and 2002 stuff, because this is around the time where I was like, I had cable sometimes and I'd watch certain things. Let's see, recruits. All right, what do we got here? There we go. By the way, I should probably look just to make sure that I'm in a position that is probably actually going to get somebody. This doesn't look like it, but then again, Connecticut hasn't offered a scholarship to him, so, you know, who knows? I'm keeping that up. Vermont, I'm keeping this up. I think I'm pretty much guaranteed it at this point. Should have at least this person. That's good. I mean, I'll keep talking to him. Just get that out there. Yeah, I'll keep talking to all these people. Get that taken care of, you know. But, you know, who knows at this point. I'll get all the phone calls out of the way, because I know that I'm doing them. It's weird that there's a Niang in this, considering I don't think Niang was like a... I don't think it was a name. Maybe it's taking from the mod that I had, because I think George Niang was still around at the time. Alright, I'll do the emails too, because why not? He'll do the scouting. I think we can get some guys. Who knows? We're still a long ways away and probably not going to get him, but it's whatever. We got a lot of 3-star guys at least. And we're looking at more 3-star guys that I think will have probably a snowball's chance in hell at. I should probably... even the 2 stars are like up in the air. Jesus Christ. So we can skip that. We can skip that. So we'll just go to the next week here because I'm basically just doing home games at this point. There we go. 8-11 isn't a start. All right. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So I'm hoping it'd be nice to have a 15-win season, but I'm not counting on it. The fact that we actually got a win though against Vermont's nice, but yeah, Binghamton. Let's see here. Yeah, they're quite a bit better than us. Where's Hartford at? Yeah, Hartford's up there. Steadily better. 279th RPI. All right. Let's go recruiting recruits, and I think we're still pretty much right where we're needing to be. So phone call. I mean, they're pretty much with us. I don't know if I really need to care so much about inviting him to campus because that's going to be a lot of points that I could be spending talking to people. I mean, I'll spend the points to have him go recruit because I don't know if we're going to have... I don't know if we're really going to be spending the points doing much else, honestly, so... There you go. So with the last 5 points, we'll give our scout another look-see at one of our 3-star guys. Other than that, email. Whoops. All right, there we go. I just had to get a nice rhythm there. We're running out of games to start turning ourselves around, so I don't see ourselves getting a winning record leaving here. But hey, if we can at least get some half decent wins here, I'll accept like 12 games. I guess that's my goal now. 12 games.
Get ready for College Hoops 2K8. The Hartford Hawks face off against the Maine Black Bears. We're really excited to bring you this matchup. Hi there,
should be
everyone.
easy enough. A win here gets me to at least double-digit wins, and it'll keep me from getting a 20-loss season, which is really two of the main focuses. Don't get 20 losses in a season. Try to get at least double-digit wins. A win here will clinch that, so hopefully. Damn.
Hartford controls the opening tip, and we'll get this one started.
The game has just begun, and they're already in the minute.
Takes it
Sometimes you
up
miss
strong.
goofy sports logos. Me too. You know, I had this idea, and I'm thinking about... I've had a lot of weird ideas when it came to sports-related stuff, including a couple things where I'm sitting here going, this is something that I don't even know if I want to talk about. There was a NASCAR thing I had an idea for. Well, there was at least one semi-generic thing, which was making a series, and I was actually kind of working on it, making a series where... and I know I've shown the Hornets before, but I started with a different mod of, doing a series with cars that just like randomized names as the drivers, but all the sponsors are like YouTube and Twitch and podcast sponsors. And as times have gone on, the list of just internet related sponsors has just gone up, where it's just like, I haven't even heard of this before.
They're bringing the double team.
It's a lot of, I've noticed it's a lot of like websites that have some sort of app for you.
And they now go
Usually
on
with
to-
like privacy or productivity or trying to simplify your life.
Frederick catches it. Left wing. Nice pass.
If I want to book men on my shows, I have to change women's wrestling to intergender or large division. I don't know. Honestly. You can just do intergender because, like, if you change it to that, it should be fine.
He misses the first.
Yeah, because if you change it to intergender, then you're pretty much...
Good on number
It's kind of like the face-heel divide thing that I turn off as well.
the ball.
I tend to turn that off to the point to, make sure I have a product that doesn't have a sharp face-heel divide. Because it's like, I don't want the game being too gamey to me.
Superior effort to fight through the foul and put it down. Strong move, Vern.
Seems to work sometimes. But I did have another idea, and I might do it with the new Axis football because being a patron of Axis football, I've gotten a fair bit of
Wait for the misstep. And
I've
then
gotten a
tap
fair
the ball.
bit of videos that have been sent by the developers of a lot of the new animations and everything in the game, which actually look pretty good because they've added like I think it was like 50 new catch animations. I think at least a couple dozen throwing animations. Might have been like a dozen throwing animations, and I think he said something like over 50 plus tackle animation pairs. Might have been even more. I think they said something about all the new animations is over 150.
Raises up. Blocked.
Wow, that was what the fuck was that, dude?
And they'll turn it over.
What the fuck was that? And of course the UI doesn't look as I didn't really like the UI for 21, but 23's looks to be better.
Catches it.
And I had the idea because I was inspired by what is it, the Philippine Basketball Association. Because as I found out, every team in the Philippine Basketball Association is owned by a corporation. So what ends up happening is the teams get named after the corporation, and then usually either have a generic name or they have something related to the corporation that owns them. So Japan does that too, like the Japanese baseball, the NPB, the Japanese Baseball League. What the fuck?
Not a good entry pass, Fern. You just
Does the
can't
same
force it
thing
there.
where, a lot of, some of it still at least has a location attached to it, but, they have their own type of names. But wasn't there a Pepsi Zero team? There was a Pepsi team. I think it was like the,
He got it.
what was it? The Pepsi something bottlers or something?
Can't sink the first.
Philippine Basketball Association. There was a team. There was like the San Miguel Beermen.
Misses
Yeah,
again.
there was like Pepsi owned a team, and they named them like the Pepsi like bottle cappers or something.
Grundy backs
And
him
then
down.
they ended up being like the 7-Up Uncolas.
Inside.
His interior game isn't
It was
strong enough
ridiculous.
to overcome their
Oh my
defense
god.
down
Let me
low.
look at the teams.
Frederick lets it go.
Yeah, they have the Magnolia Hot Shots, but that's actually not the real name. The real name is the Magnolia Chicken Templados Hot Shots.
Wilkins.
So like I said, it's literally just like the name plus some generic name, but the company name attached to it. All right, I need to like focus up just a little bit and get this FCF Football League. Yeah, but they don't even try. They just have generic teams like the whatever it is. I can't even remember. But yeah, the FCF is all just generic sounding teams.
Skips it to the paint. Johnson with the teardrop. Misses the lane.
I really thought they were going to call all right. Oh, he got a hand in the face. Come on.
Pippen. Still
The Wrigley
double-digit
gum
gain.
chewers, yeah.
Sampson.
So I thought it'd be kind of funny if I found
Left wing.
some companies that would make interesting,
Gets it on the free throw line.
just interesting
Johnson
team
reaches the
names.
top of the key. The last tray was
But I'd
captured by
also feel like I couldn't just make it like big corporations. I feel like I'd have to, because to just go full scuffed with it, I'd have to either do like, I don't know how I would do it. Would I do like obscure companies, or would I do internet companies like the NASCAR thing,
Backs down.
or would I do defunct companies?
12 feet away. All net.
Would I just have like the Acclaim whatever,
Didn't watch his feet and steps on the line.
the the THQ
Of where he was, Vern. That's
somethings,
up basketball.
the Blockbuster Rewinders. There you go.
Dishes to the low block.
Oh my God, what the fuck?
Gets the rebound.
No way he gets that.
Their
to
team
fall.
called the Bored
Chips off the
Apes.
matchup.
Oh my
He
God.
definitely needs to
Just
pick
an
on
NFT
someone his
team.
own side.
There would have to be like a crypto team in there too. Like the Robin Hood Merrymen. There you go.
He can't come away with a three-point play.
We'll get Sean Merriman to be the head coach. That's the lore.
Porter backs in, throws it up. Buried
There we
beyond
go.
the arc by Wilkins. They're now down
Or
by
better
10.
yet, to make it really interesting, the Robin Hood Game Stoppers.
Hexton catches it on the
Oh.
inside.
Oh, look at the
Radio
intimidating
Shack is
defense.
perfect for
I
it.
could sense he was a little nervous down low.
Passes
Oh,
out left.
oh. He's in there. He's okay.
He just exploded off the
I really thought there was enough shot that could almost be goaltending, but nope.
Catches it left wing.
I forget that Radio Shack is still around. Is it? Now that I think about it.
Chapman.
Yeah, I should just do like defunct
Sherrod
or pretty
grabs
much
the rock.
defunct
They're still out in front by
companies. Yeah, there'd be a Blockbuster, a Radio
10.
Shack,
Backs in.
a
Porter goes up, cuts
a
the
KB
lead to single
Toys.
digits. They cut the lead to 8.
Here in my garage.
Gets
The
it
Here
top
in my
of the
garage guy owns them. Okay. Yeah, I was sitting there thinking about it like Circuit City, where Circuit City technically went bankrupt and closed, but then they like reopened as an online only thing.
Nothing but net by Frederick. Maine calls time. Both teams are making a few lineup changes on the court. Lawton inbounds the ball. Maine is really struggling. Miles
But yeah, internet companies would be
backs him down. Has
the
it
Raid,
right
Shadow
side.
Legends,
Lawton
Shadow
unloads.
Legends.
Connects from long range.
Oh,
He's got 3.
there you go.
Got fouled and still almost made it. He'll go to the line for 2 shots.
Just some ideas that I spitballed. I feel like that's gonna be something I'm gonna end up doing, like a franchise mode in Axis Football 23. I just need to figure out like how I'm gonna do my teams. Originally I was just stealing old like Maximum Football 2020 logos from the one PC release that they had. As it turns out, all their logos were just ping files that you could just easily grab.
Left wing. Miles backs down. Swish.
There you go.
But they're still behind.
Give
by
me some
7.
life updates. I mean, there's not really any life updates. I guess a life update with one of my friends is one of my a couple of my friends got married. There were a couple, and they did one of those like okay, we're just gonna do a small little like they. It wasn't even one of those things where like they had a whole reception or everything. It was just like, oh, yep, we're getting married in the house
Larmont.
right here. Sign the papers, done. Then again, I think they've been together for like 8 years, so at that point, it was just a formality.
Left wing. Stewart launches one from beyond the arc.
Damn.
Hits it.
I mean, at least we've cut it to 7. We could still. They're really going hard at us with this too.
Catches it. Middle. Porter lays
There
it
you
up
go.
and in. And they're now behind
Oh,
by
oh.
5.
Oh God, that was so late. That was so late. God damn
Grabs
it.
and that's his third.
You're getting
rebound of the
surprise married. You're the
contest.
fourth person to know.
Just a little
Well,
bit.
thanks.
There
I
was plenty
appreciate
of time
that.
on the shot clock, but he got a little
I appreciate the knowledge.
Larmont tosses it up. Can't get the jumper to fall.
And yet you're not married. You know what? I've been told that already.
Hands it off.
You can't hurt me with that when I've already been hurt with that.
Kicks it out to the left wing. That
Hey.
ball was drained by Pippen. Larmont inbounds the ball. The Hawks take their first.
I guess another life update is I'm 32 now. I did have my birthday on Saturday, so I'm yet another year older.
They're getting set to inbound the ball. Both teams are going to shake things up a little bit with some subs.
I'm feeling it. I feel like I'm feeling it. Where it's like every year now, it's just like Jesus Christ. I'm 32 years old. What am I doing? I guess I'm doing pretty okay in life, honestly.
Finger roll was laid in by
I mean, I got a pretty decent job, savings, a house.
29. Pippen dumps it off. Outright.
Oh. Oh, damn it.
Troutman bounces it to the baseline.
There you go. Damn you. Come on. There you go. Good
They
God.
narrow the gap to 2.
Ah, what am I doing?
Hartford has had serious problems with their interior defense. And Tracy has a report from their bench.
The Hawks coach
All
was
right,
talking
there
to
we
his
go.
assistants a second ago
Same
about that
feeling when
very
you're
problem.
21. I mean, you still got a long ways to go. You still got plenty of time. Then again, I have to think about that too because, you know, it's always possible I don't get married until later on in my life. It could still happen. I don't know.
We're all tied up.
I'm not really one to want to sign that sort of contract, but I'm also not going to say never. And I'm not too worried because, like I said, I'm 32, and
Takes a 3.
I think most men, what was it? Most men don't hit their their highest financial stride until, 45 to 55? So, yeah, it's not until your mid-40s that you hit your financial stride, as they say. That's when you're basically at your maximum.
Takes the shot.
Ooh.
They rule this one goaltending. Count the shot.
At least you have us. Yep. We're your wife. Twitch chat is my wife.
It looks like they're playing man-to-man.
Well, let's get back to the action.
I feel depressed just saying that. Tell my mom that next time. I haven't seen you. I haven't seen you with a girl or anything. No, Mom. Twitch chat is my life.
These people are loving it. You think it's getting loud in here or what?
Pippen
The zoomers that come on here whenever I stream and insult me while I'm playing a 14-year-old video game. They're my wife.
Grundy goes up, count it, and he'll have a chance for the 3-point play.
He's either got a foul
That's the point where I'd have to put in the upside down smile emoji. that's the time right there.
Tacks on the free throw for the 3-point play. Hexton inbounds the ball. To the run. The layup good by
Just be like, no, Mom, they're not really paying the bills for me. See,
and it's a 3-point game.
I don't stream often enough anymore or play any popular games enough to get more than like 3 subscribers at a time. So it doesn't exactly pay the bills either.
To the inside.
I do think about that where it's like, I don't know. I've really kind of built out my house, like furnished my house that isn't really capable of having like a second person here unless they're like down in the basement. Because like I said, I got a 2-bedroom house, but like I'm in my second bedroom right now and it's just my big old office. So unless I had someone who was willing to just sleep in the basement with the tile and the cobwebs, because I haven't really done anything with it since I moved in. It's just been kind of sitting there. I think I go down in there occasionally, but I don't spend any real serious amount of time in there. Typically you share a bed with life partner. I know. But also, I have enough stuff that tends to fill out the house too, where it's just like, well, shit, where the fuck are you gonna put your stuff? I'm gonna have to find a broke girl. That's what it's gonna have to be. I'm gonna have to find some girl that's able, that has nothing in life, but is somehow able to also, like, pay half the bills. That's the one right there. I need someone who can afford several $100s a month, but also owns next to nothing, because I don't have the space.
Dumps it down low.
Oh, shit. Champ Andy subscribed to Tier 1. It's 2 whole months. 2 months of paying you, lol.
Knocks down the first one. Larmon didn't set
Don't know why.
Coming back into the ball game.
But I appreciate it. Babe, sleep in the basement. Yeah, the bed thing really isn't the biggest issue. I mean, it's kind of an issue with the fact that the bedrooms are 10 by 10. Yeah, I need someone house poor. I need me a girl with a good job and just lost everything she had in a fire. That's what I need.
Porter fights into the paint and yanks it down.
He pulled down that offensive board.
And then preferably has her own car too. She lost everything but the car.
They push their lead to 5.
What about attractive? I mean, listen, their attractiveness. Listen, what happens is you have a list of things you're looking for in a significant other, and eventually
takes the shot.
You start crossing things off the list.
Was missed by Pippen. They're still up by 5. First half comes to an end with the score.
I don't know. I'm sure I have a list in my head of things that honestly, it's because here's the thing is I've seen stuff. They had a woman who did a TED Talk that was talking about her life and the things that she was looking for in guys. And she had like a list of like 15 things when she was younger that a guy had to be. And now she's like 35 and she's brought it down to like 5 things, which even a couple of those things was like, Fire truck chaser. There's an equation of desperation is a huge factor. Yeah.
Solid performance from our player of
and I feel like, and I've seen that a lot where, men don't typically tend to have stuff like that. I feel like my checklist is my checklist is very short, and it's also very vague. My checklist is don't be a bum financially. Maybe don't. Because I've known people like that who, I've had friends like that who've had significant others that's just like, yeah, what's my money is my money and what's your money is also my money. So yeah, don't be a financial bum. Don't bring me undue stress, I guess would be the other thing. Because I got friends like that who also have significant others that just I wouldn't want to be in their shoes, because it is just one of those things that I see how they interact and the things they have to deal with, and I go, oh no, thank you.
I guess we'll see what he means soon enough. Back to you, Vern.
All right, Tracy, we'll see if they can do that.
Well, if you leave him alone like that.
And then, I'll also put in, I guess, don't be I don't know, maybe some level of attractiveness there, But then again, my standards aren't super high, so I'm not really too worried about that. Well, once again, I've had friends that had that level of desperation before, where, it's one of those things where it's like,
That was a much
Oh,
closer shot
your
than the other
girlfriend is very nice, but also she clearly doesn't take care of herself. She
Left wing.
looks
Pulls
awful,
the trigger.
wears pajamas all the
offensive
time. It
rebound
just
by
feels
Larmont is tagged with
like a
breach,
bum.
and that's his first foul of the game. The
nice
Black
enough
Bears,
person, but
the
also
Lions player
just
from off the bench.
looked like she's just given up on life already, and she was
Inbounds
still
the
in like
ball.
her 20s.
Dishes it to the left side. Troutman hands it off.
That's about it. Like,
Bounces it to the free throw line. O'Connor gets it top of the key.
come on. Yeah, be able to
Lays
keep
it
yourself
right
afloat.
in. He's 4 for 5 for the game.
Don't give me undue stress, and don't be a Picasso painting come to life.
Johnson for 3. Larmont
Ah.
knocks down the offensive rebound. The last tray was cashed in by Grace.
That's a great
You
shot.
know, once you hit
His
28,
man
it's
didn't
hey, at
get
least if
much
I died in
room,
my
though,
house.
but he was
I
still
do at least go. I am sort of at least
Backs him down.
maybe not happy, but like I can rest a little bit easier knowing that if I died, I'd probably be discovered within like 2 days. It really depends on what day of the week it falls on. If it's like a Friday,
Almost a 3-point
I probably wouldn't be found till Monday or Tuesday. But if it's like a normal day of the week, I'd probably be found like maximum. It'd be maximum like 4 days.
Can't get the first. Hexton.
I have family that I talk to often enough that if I didn't pick up the phone for an entire day, like they'd notice. If it was one of those things where they like messaged me and then I just didn't say anything back,
Out left.
they'd probably think about it. They'd be like, okay. And then they'd probably check to be like, oh, is he at work? No, he's not at work. Okay, now, okay, then what's going on?
It's one-on-one.
Then it'd be, okay, well, let's check his
dirty work, Vern.
house, driveway, car's still here. Now I know something's wrong.
Beats it to the stripe.
So I guess I can at least take solace in that fact that, you know, once
He took advantage of the
within
little
probably
he
a
had out there.
day, it would be
Nicely
like, oh
done.
yeah, something's off. And they'd probably be able to figure out something's wrong.
Swing pass. Right wing.
Now the downside is I don't have, if anything does go wrong, I don't have anyone here besides me to call 911. So that's right. I should probably go to the county website and work on that.
Coach Wilson may have to deal with some chemistry issues after those.
Did I even say who my
Because that
celebrity
gives them a
crush
pretty
was? I don't know if I
inexperienced
had a
lineup out there.
celebrity crush.
Lott inbounds the ball. Miles.
I don't know if I have an official celebrity crush.
Porter dumps it off. Lott puts it up.
A wrestle foo. I know. I think the guys who watch Joshi probably have a wrestle foo.
He is really struggling.
That'd probably be the closest, I guess. Talked about a crush story. Probably. I don't even remember now. What the fuck? Come on. He had it in his right hand, and all of a sudden he just... Ah, God damn it. Come on. Oh.
Goes up. Grace gets called for blocking.
Damn it.
And that's his first foul of the game.
Definitely a block.
Pick
Just got
a
little too
random
physical,
Japanese
trying to
female
draw the
wrestler.
charge.
Yeah. Just pick one. How about that one? Yeah, sure. Oh.
Miles inbounds the ball. Risky pass.
Yeah, it's a very risky pass. Also a risky shot, but hey, it worked out. So I'll take it.
He's his team's leading scorer.
I don't even remember. I say so much shit over the course of the last, 8 years streaming. Has it been 8 years now? I know it's at least been 7 with this, because I started in 2015. I think we're just about hitting 7 years officially with this. Because this thing still has a save file name of Hitbox. Hitbox was still a thing when I started this. That thing has been long dead the last couple years. Hell, it's even rebranded before it died. Hikaru Shida, if she's that desperate. Nah, I think there's way too many. I think there's way too many people in line at that point. You need to pick. You need to pick someone more obscure or someone that's just like, oh yeah, maybe that. You know, they only have like 2,000 Twitter followers.
The second to fall as well. Chapman inbounds the ball.
I've heard a lot of rumors, even with Hikaru Shida, that I've heard a lot of rumors that even with Hikaru Shida, she would get hit on a lot from like foreign wrestlers. She was like a generally a foreign wrestler's like favorite to talk to. Ito's the same thing. I mean, that's. Then again, I think Maki Ito's fan base is probably slightly weirder than Shida's is. I say that as like every Joshi's fan base isn't fairly weird.
He was lurking around, then pounced. Such a thief firm.
Gets it left side. Gorgeous pass.
I was say weird enough that people know certain people by name because of like their Twitter presence.
He fought through the foul, no problem, and that'll give him the 3-point chance.
Hey, we got a nice little lead going here. Keep the foot on the gas. There we go. Outing yourself? No, I'm not outing myself. It's just I spend enough time on the internet to know when forums and image boards discuss certain people that are known within the community because they constantly tweet about Joshi, especially if they're American or at least English speaking, because they're known. It's like, oh yeah, there's this random, white guy who's known for going to Japan and going to all the shows and constantly tweeting at Joshi's. I am not a 4chan topic. Not yet. I try to live my life avoiding being a topic on 4chan.
Baseline jumper gets it to fall. The streak continues with 14 unanswered. About 6.5 minutes left in the second half.
Yep.
Chapman. And it's no good. Poor shot selection, to say the least.
That's another rebound for a team that's doing a great job on the boards.
Our big guys are doing pretty good, though, so that's good. Himiko? What about... Oh, are you still naming off possible WrestleFoos? I like Himiko, but she's probably not... I would say she's not in my top 3. I've got my top 3. And one of them changed because Notica retired. She's like you in weight. Jesus Christ. Fuck you.
Sampson hits the three-pointer. He's 2 for 3 from downtown. O'Connor tosses it up court. Takes it up.
All right. Miles turning it on here, too. It's good that they're slacking on defense. They were doing quite well at the start, but there we go. Turn that bad boy around.
Lead pass down low. No good on by Sampson.
I love the defense. Just because he's in tight doesn't mean you have to give up the easy deuce.
Backs him down. Takes it up. Misses,
damn it.
But he'll get 2 shots from the line. Knocks down
There we go.
Both teams.
Hey, maybe if we string together a couple of wins, we might start getting more people showing up. Might not see so many empty seats. Is it weird that you've been on the internet for a while, never been to 4chan before? I mean, I guess it's not too weird. There's always websites that, maybe you don't go to because, A, you heard something about it, and then, then you don't think about it for a while, and then you just don't end up going for whatever reason. But then again, I heard about 4chan back in like the mid-2000s when it was like the fucking Wild West. And that was definitely an interesting time. You really didn't want to go there for too long. It would destroy your humanity. and probably put you on a list.
He gets hammered, and he'll head to the strike.
Mina, no. Not respected. Yeah, what? They shut off the... I mean, who cares if it's not connected to the Xbox Live? At this point, who gives a shit if my Xbox isn't connected to Xbox Live?
And he'll come away one of two.
Oh, damn it.
The close range shot missed by Porter.
That's all right. We're ahead by 14, so... Yeah, I saw that people were giving her crap, I guess, for being older.
Porter dumps it off. Wilkins skips it to the baseline, to the paint. Porter backs down.
That hole.
Goes up.
Oh my God.
Gets the board inside. Tosses it up.
I mean, I guess it shouldn't be too surprising. It is Stardom.
Good attempt. Just too much pressure on him to get that one to fall. The steal by Wilkins.
Oh. Hey.
They're up.
Damn it.
76-62.
Let's see.
The Hawks call time, and they've got one left. Both teams are making substitutions.
Well, I'm still a little nervous, even though I'm up by 14, because I've lost this kind of lead before. This is not unfathomable for them to just turn on the Jets and just eliminate us.
Calls time. They've got one left. Well, let's get back to the action. Troutman is needed out.
Yeah, it's kind of weird that she's been getting a lot of crap from like Stardom people because of her age, when realistically, I don't think she's the oldest. She's in a group full of women her age as well, so it's not like she's the one grandma in a group of like 20 somethings.
Gets the shooter's roll off the front of the rim.
She's literally in a group of women that are in their early to mid 30s. Good God, they're really trying here. This is some Mario Kart era rubber banding right here.
They should use as much of the shot clock as they can.
Yep.
Porter backs down. Pass right side.
All right. You know what? I'm just gonna. Oh.
Pippen.
Let's do our big guys have been doing pretty okay today.
Seconds left on the shot clock. Dishes it to the left from downtown.
All right. Worst case scenario is we killed all the clock, and we'll do it again next possession. Because the more possessions I have at this point, the more chances I have of really screwing this stuff up.
Troutman hands it off. Passes to the wing. 2 minutes remaining. Bounce pass. Left wing. Troutman backs him down with the hook shot.
What is this fantasy world that you're creating right now? Man tells in the comments, only think women care about attractiveness. What is this? What is this fantasy land that you have conjured up in your head?
Sampson swings it to the wing, to the inside.
Oh, shit. That's all right. That's all right. There we go.
Bounces it to the elbow. Troutman backs in. Stolen away
Shit.
by Hartford. 1:12 left in the game. Goes up.
Wonderful job of denying.
See, this is why it was at 11 not that long ago. It was at 11. Now it's at 7.
Troutman beats it to the right wing.
There we go.
Gets it to go.
Great job to hang on to the lead.
It's this or the cat.
Johnson catches it out left.
What are you doing here?
Pippen inbounds.
Go to bed.
Johnson gets
Don't you have a...
for a foul, and they're in the bonus here, so that'll be a 1-1 at the line. Miles.
I was gonna say your kid's probably in bed, but you should be too. I say as I'm still playing. There we go.
and that will give them a 9-point lead.
You're still young. You can get your beauty sleep. I'm a lost cause.
Well. Hartford with the ball.
Sorry for having confidence in you.
Hit the left iron, but dropped in.
That would also require me being able to actually go to Japan, which at this point is like not impossible, but
Right into the net. Grace
you
commits the
know,
foul. They're in the penalty, so we'll head to the line for a 1-and-1.
highly complicated at this point.
But I think it's too late to save the game.
Hey.
Not going to do them any good anymore.
I think this game is out of reach, Vern. There's just not enough time.
Ton of work to do in your Minecraft server.
It's money from deep.
6. See?
Pippen inbounds the ball. Johnson commits the foul. We're in the double
Love can
bonus.
break
They'll go to the line for
restrictions.
2 shots.
I think it's a little too late for this.
Yeah, I wouldn't want to do all the shit that you got to do in Japan right now to like function in function in society.
And it's an 8-point ball game.
I don't know. Maybe I'm just too American in that regard, where it's just like, hey, you know what? The last 2 years,
Hold down inside.
I'm just done with everything.
Shoots it.
Johnson.
Done with everything, honestly.
He knew right where to be.
If I get to go to Japan, that's just all. I'll sell my car, ride the trains constantly. That's what I'll do.
Sinks the first one, and that narrows the gap to 7.
Not willing to be Kappa Mikey. What? I feel like that's probably something I would need to know. Oh.
Johnson gets whistled for a foul, and they're in
Or
the
something
double
I
bonus.
could know.
They'll go to the line for 2.
Good foul there. They need the ball back as soon as possible.
Gets the first.
There we go.
That makes it a 7-point
right.
lead. Gets them both,
Hey.
and it's an 8-point ball game.
Oh, what is this? What is this? What is this? Ah!
Sampson fires the 3. Got it. Pippen inbounds the ball.
Oh. Hello? Why? Why? There's literally less than a second left.
For 2 shots.
I do like the fact that the American dude has like that
Off on the side.
early 2000s like Cartoon Network style to him,
Beats
and everyone else is anime.
92 to 86.
Just so like you can
Player of the game.
just so you could differentiate between the Japanese and non-Japanese. He's looking like a 2000s era
Let's go back to Greg Gumbel.
Cartoon Network character, and the rest of them are anime. That is an interesting style, I do have to say. Yeah, Kappa Mikey is one thing, but you know what? I'd end up being David O'Coon. I'd be David Coon. But instead of maids plastering his walls, it's Joshi's. And then of course you get two. Who? Oh God, it's an old meme. All right, let's see. David, I know I've done it before, but it's probably been years now since I've posted it. David O'Coon loves Japan. Ooh, 7 years ago, laundry vlog? Oh, this is a completely different person. No, I want the original. There you go. Let's just go all the way to the beginning. There you go. There we go. David O'Coon loves Japan. If you've never seen it, yeah, about an American weeb from Ohio as a university student in Japan, and two Japanese hosts of a TV show. two Japanese hosts of a TV show interviewing him, and very clearly mocking him too. But I don't know if he understands as much as they're saying. It is quite the thing. Like, he truly tries to live what he thinks is the like authentic. He's just a large man going to university and living in a dorm, I think, in Japan. And he like doesn't wear shoes indoors. You saw that he's got like, I think he's got like basketball shorts on, and of course an Evangelion shirt. And like, he's got tatami mats lining his entire like dorm floor, which I've also know that is not a usual thing. Tatami mats are a very, while you see it a lot in anime, in real life it's not really it's not a thing that people really do. Just talk to who we can, I guess. All right, give it to the next guy down for the rest of these guys. Request the game tape. At least the A+ means we're probably going to get a really good idea as to what exactly his skill set is. That A+ is going to help. All right. All right, I got to make sure I get the deal down on this. Watching people out of country is kind of funny. Well, then watching people out of country who like also they also embody like the very stereotype, like the very stereotype that you kind of have of somebody. I guess versus New Hampshire. So we're going to face New Hampshire. At least we're finally facing somebody with a half-decent logo. The Boston University one's pretty good, but this at least feels like a legitimate logo. Everything else feels very cobbled together. 66! Oh my god, we're going to probably do pretty good. Nice. How much you want to bet NCAA football has nil microtransactions? Like none? I wouldn't take that bet because they started NCAA Ultimate Team even back with 14. They're absolutely going to toss that back in. There will be. It's EA. There absolutely will be microtransactions. Oh, name, image, and likeness. NIL microtransactions. Okay. I thought nil as in zero. Okay, yeah, the NIL stuff. That, you know what? That could be a maybe. That might be how they get around it. How it's just, well, because at that point, like, I feel like at that point, if they're doing like the likeness, I think it's still going to cause problems. So they might just have it in the game to begin with. Or they just go completely random and then, yeah, do that where it's just like, hey, we got to pay you extra so we can give you the actual stats for, you know, how much these players are going to get paid.
New Hampshire controls the opening tip, and we'll get this one started.
They're starting this one off with.
Oh, there we go.
Last shot by Norwood.
I found out there's another indie football game that got made that they're hoping to make like a pretty big deal called Football Simulator.
Guys, earlier today I caught up with Coach.
It looks interesting. The gameplay doesn't look too bad, but I think that's because it's all like ragdoll physics with tackles, so you know it doesn't look as stiff as other people's games.
Shooting layups on us all game.
Thanks, Tracy.
You know, it'd be nice, once again, a PC hockey game. The last one was like 09, and even that was still like the PS2 version of it. Really like an updated one.
Frazier throws it up.
Did it? Oh yeah, that's right. It did have microtransactions with recruiting, didn't it? Like you could get like a scouting report. Wasn't the like a specialized scouting report thing with it? Yeah.
Catches it down low.
Yeah, name, image, and likeness is a maybe, but like everything else is going to be microtransaction to hell. It's really going to be. Oh, I accidentally ran into the ref.
And it's now all knotted up.
Is this going to be like, not to shit on 80% of your content, but I couldn't give a fuck about sports outside of wrestling.
Backs in. Gets it.
Trust me, it's been one of those things where you don't care about sports. I'll be honest, I don't watch a ton of sports outside of the specific teams that I follow, to be honest. Hell, I even do that with wrestling at this point. Like, I kind of barely watch all of it.
All tied up 8.
Oops.
Way up court. Swings it to the wing. Porter.
Like, I watch hockey, but I watch, like, minor league hockey. And then I'll pay attention to the Avalanche. So that's why I know what's going on in the Stanley Cup Finals. If the Avalanche weren't in the Stanley Cup Finals, I wouldn't know what's going on in it. It would be like Tampa Bay and who? What's the thing? Whatever. Like basketball. I didn't even know the day that the Warriors actually won the finals. I didn't even know that they did. It's just one of those things that just came across my YouTube thing. It's like, oh, Warriors won. Okay. There you go.
He's got 9.
Just didn't really care all that much.
Skip pass to the free throw line.
Hold YouTube comments are the exact opposite. Yeah, why are you talking about wrestling as a basketball video? Which is kind of funny because nowadays half my comments on non-WMMA stuff is when's the next WMMA. That's usually when it is. You look at like all my old stuff. All my old stuff is just like, dude, you just talk about anime and wrestling all the time. What the fuck? This is basketball. This is football. What the shit? And now it's just like, oh yeah, great video, man. And then it's just like, hey, when's the next WMMA coming out? It's like, well, I wasn't sure if I was going to do more, but since that seems to be the thing that people want to watch more than anything.
Take their first time out of the game.
It's kind of like this with like college hoops, where it's just like I'm not over it. Where it's just one of those things where it's like, I don't know. I feel like it's always it's not like a slog to go through, but it is one of those things where it's just like, am I just playing this? Have I played this too long? Have I done? You know, have I maxed out like what's gonna be? You know, in this game, have people stopped caring?
He told his assistants that they have to bring more defenders into the paint, even if it means leaving
No, I'm not gonna say that. Fuck you.
Thanks, Tracy.
Oh, damn it. We actually looked like a skilled team there for a second. With the behind the back pass.
The big guy has spoken.
Man, if he made it, we would have looked like an actual NCAA basketball team that can win games.
With the pass. The last shot jammed in by Frank. Pippen inbounds the ball. Grundy will bring it up court himself.
You know, it was kind of interesting because when you're talking about sports and stuff like that too, I actually have a list of games that are pretty much non-sports related that I want to at some point I want to at some point like maybe do a series of where I want to play it, because it's just like, well, I really want to play this, so it'd be kind of nice to play this on stream one day.
But they're still up by 1. Passes.
I probably could still do it. I just need to maybe stream slightly more. You know what the downside is compared to my usual, like my old streaming schedule in the middle of the night compared to now, is that you have time in the middle of the night. Like, what else are you gonna do at 2 a.m. compared to, you know, where it's like, oh, it's like 8 p.m. So there's probably a lot more stuff going on. Like if you're gonna go out and do something, stuff is actually open. It was a lot different when I was streaming at 3 a.m. and everything's closed. Hell, even now Walmart's pretty much closed. That used to be a thing I liked to do. I remember that, getting off work at like midnight and then going grocery shopping at 12:30 in the morning because there was nobody else. And then they just started like, oh my God. Then they started closing all that stuff up.
Great reflexes.
He pounced in and picked that one off easily.
It's 2 a.m. Yeah, 2 a.m. Walmart was nice.
Wilkins hands it off.
2 a.m. Walmart was always good because it's you're in this big store, and it's really just you and like 10 other people, and then the workers stocking, and that was pretty much it.
A little long, but a kind roll on that shot by Wilkins.
You know, the night shift people are always a little bit weird, so they kind of like side eye you as you like. It was a combination of like old ladies who just, you know, don't really care about too much, but you know, yeah, they'll let you through, and then just kind of like weirdos who are like kind of stocking the shelves, but also just side eye you because humans are not a thing they contact.
They're set up in man-to-man.
Everyone in the Super Bowl kind of focus on other teams, yeah. Spring football league. You know what? I think that's also the thing too, is being into spring football leagues, just because it's different. It's just so different.
Great work.
Saw an old man with an XXL shirt, nothing else. Oh my god. I was gonna say, at least I haven't seen that, but I've been close to seeing something crazy enough along those lines. There we go. Although I didn't really pay too much attention to USFL this season. I think I'll probably do the XFL again. I don't know. I got really into the XFL 2 years ago. USFL not so much. I don't know why. Maybe it's because everything's in like the same stadium, and it's a bunch of teams I don't really care about. I don't know. I'm hoping they still at least do well. Man, can you imagine what like really lower tier teams, like indoor football teams, would be like if you know, the XFL and the USFL survived to kind of be around at the same time and both exist in the spring? Because then like indoor football is going to start taking whatever's left. Or, yeah, the spring football leagues will take whatever's left from, like, indoor football and maybe lower-tier Canadian football. And then indoor football is just going to not have anybody good. Yeah, 8 people in the stands also doesn't help. It was a lot better in 2020 with the XFL, where it was like, they filled out a goddamn soccer stadium in D.C., like, people were so ready for a new Washington, D.C. team that they filled out their, like, 25 or 28,000 seat soccer stadium for the Defenders. And I remember right before COVID hit, St. Louis was actually going to open up the upper tier of the stadium, because they actually sold out the lower bowl, I think, on that last big, or at least nearly sold it out on their last big home game.
New Hampshire calls timeout. Well, let's get back to the action. Both teams are going to shake things up a little bit with some subs.
But I really should play some non-sports. It's been quite a while. I bet you I could probably look in my... because I don't think I've played anything much beyond my normal schedule of stuff since I've been back. So it's definitely was at least 2021 when I played something non-sports related. I'd love to see like what my last video was. I mean, TEW. I mean, okay, besides TEW as well, because that's obviously, it could be debatable with the sports thing with that. Tonight, probably not tonight. Mostly because I have this thing called sleep, and it's already at a point where I'm gonna have to go to bed here soon. But I really do need to play something.
Gets the second to fall as well.
I thought about golf, but golf is still a sport. I don't know why. I watched like a couple videos of a guy who does PGA Tour 2K21, and now like I just decided to like start watching. I'm not even subscribed to him, but I still get his videos because I watch them, and then I still watch them. Have you guys ever had that where you have YouTube channels that like you watch enough of to have their videos constantly when they come out with a new video. It's like, hey, here it is in your recommended. However, you're not actually subscribed to them.
Rebound by accident. He knew right where to be.
Yeah, I've had a couple of them, especially like documentary channels. Like a couple of them always kind of like just swing back around sometimes if I'm watching something. That's become like my new thing is like watching, especially if it's like, especially like disaster documentaries. Like there's stuff about like, hey, here's this mall that collapsed like 6 years after it was built because they didn't support the roof well enough, or here's this dam that was supposed to last like 200 years, last only 30 years because the earth underneath of it broke because they didn't secure it or something like that.
Can't sink the first.
Ordinary sausage. Oh god, yeah, restoration videos are also like that too. I don't subscribe to a single restoration channel, but every once in a while I'll just like get into a small, usually not a big one, but at least a small rabbit hole of like restoration content. There we go.
He's got 6.
You like players from the USFL? Like, you know what? As a someone who reps the Battlehawks, I at least gotta root for. Well, I know I don't think they made the playoffs, but Teamu, I do like Teamu. I think he played for. It wasn't Houston. It was some mid-tier team. Shit, I can't remember who he played for. But, yeah, him being the quarterback, I was like, hey. I think even after the XFL, he got signed on to the Chiefs and was like 3rd or 4th string and just never played because you're signed to the Chiefs. It's going to be Mahomes, and God forbid he snaps his shin, they'll go to the backup. I don't even know who the backup for the Chiefs are. Did it before you finally subscribed. It was Omaha Outlaws, my GM. Oh, man. I should do more stuff like that. Dude, especially with NBA, especially if I do it with NBA 2K14, because the amount of, like, stadium mods that are, like, you know, stadiums that don't have a lot of people in it, they have quite a few of those buildings. I remember in some of the My GM stuff, especially with when I was doing like XBA, you know, it was all pretty much the same building, but there's a lot in there from there's a lot in 2K14. It's interesting because there's still technically a community from it. It's like I think it's like all Filipinos mostly at this point. There's a couple others on NLSC, but realistically it's a lot of I think it's Filipino dudes on Facebook who still who still mod the game. Tampa Bay, that's who it was, the Bandits. That's right. I knew he was the starting quarterback for somebody, because I saw the highlight of him, and I knew that they were like, they only had 4 or 5 wins. Shit, I knew it. Get in there. Fuck.
Rebound didn't come to him by accident. He knew right where to be.
There we go.
And he makes the first.
You know, I was going to look here. Markout probably doesn't count because that's still wrestling content. NASCAR. Would NASCAR count? Probably not. That's still technically sports, right? So if you take out NASCAR and wrestling, boxing's still sports. Are we literally back a full year at this point? Jesus H. Christ, are you kidding me? Yeah, I should play something non-sports at this point. Jesus Christ. I forgot I played Fight Night Round 2 like a year. Was that really a year ago? Densha de Go. That's right. When Densha to Go came out a little over a year ago, I think that's the last like non-sports / wrestling thing that I did. When I was just driving a train, and I was hoping people would be. I guess it was. I knew people probably weren't going to be too interested in it. You know what? I think that's the thing too. Is I absolutely play non-sports games outside of this. Like I've put many hours into. There's a indie game called Merchant of the Skies. It's a fun little merchant game, honestly. And God, I can't remember how much time I've put into it. It's probably been at least like 15 hours or so. Once I got my Steam Deck, I started playing it again. How much? I'm not going to be too overly concerned. 5.9 hours. I feel like that there was more. I think it's probably actually more because I was playing it offline. And if you play it completely offline, then it doesn't count your time. And of course, a lot of Minecraft. But I think that's also another thing is I don't want to be a... What? Fuck you. Is I want to avoid the idea of making Minecraft content just because I feel like you end up in some weird rabbit hole with people who expect you to do very certain, like there's like expectations, and I don't know. I feel like it's just a weird, maybe not super weird, but just a community that I'm unsure about trying to be a part of.
They're now up by 3.
I think that's why I also don't mind the sports title stuff. But yeah, I have a whole list here. Let me look at this list here. Yeah, I have a whole deal here of games to play. And some of it's stuff I have played. I've never, you know what? I just bought the Dead Rising series. The first 2 Dead Rising games. Never played them. I never did finish Batman Arkham Asylum. I don't know. I should do some of these games. There's a few games in here that it's just like this could easily be something. I want to play I bought this game. I would say I wouldn't know if it's exactly indie. Let me see here. What else have they made? Tesla versus Lovecraft. I've heard that, but so they basically just do indie games, and they did this game called Dismantle, where it's like a top-down zombie survival game where you can like destroy stuff and do all sorts of different things. And it looks like one of those things where it's like, hey, survive in the post-apocalyptic world. It actually looks pretty cool. Yeah, when was the last non-sports game I streamed? Over a year ago. I have it. That was the thing. Densha to Go. If you take off wrestling and NASCAR, which probably could still be considered sports, last March when Densha to Go came out. So that's why I really thought about, hey, come on. Did we get it? We still got that, right? I mean, he smacked that shit into the hoop. Yeah, that counted. I was like, that counted, right? That went in. Arkham for sure. Yeah, because I have pretty much all the Arkhams now. I ended up getting all the Arkhams for sale. And then between Humble Bundle and Fanatical, I've bought a lot of these like really sort of unknown indie games that look kind of cool. Dismantle wasn't really part of that. Dismantle was part of something else that looked still pretty neat. But it still looks like a fun little game. I think it's like a $20 game, isn't it? Dismantle. Let me see here. Yeah, it's a $20 game. So it's definitely an indie game.
He can't get the first.
There was this RPG game called Gadonia that's literally made by a it's like one dude making his own RPG called Gadonia. And I think it was one of those things where they were talking, where I think he's Ukrainian, because they were talking about how updates are going to be delayed because of the war. So he was literally like still doing updates while running away from his country. Teardown. I think Teardown's on my wish list. I think I've been waiting a while for it because I remember when it was first introduced on like YouTube. When I first saw videos of it, it was still basically just a tech demo, but I think they've added a lot of stuff to it at this point. Oh, he hit that one. Fuck. What's the new Ukraine game called? Gedonia? Was it Gedonia? G-E-D. Yeah, Gedonia. It's like, it's literally, it's an RPG game made by like one dude. And he's still putting out updates as recent as May 25th. Despite the fact that he had to flee his country. And I think that's actually reflected in like the in the reviews where someone, I think one of the top most recent reviews is about that, is like, dude's leaving his war-torn country and still managing to put out updates.
Grundy dumps it off. Porter backs in. Grundy catches it. Left block.
There you go. Damn it, dude. Even when we're not, oh shit. Yep. But yeah, I think it was on Fanatical for like 49 cents. I hadn't been to GOG in a while, and I'm kind of impressed by just how many like older games there are. Like, I know that's the whole point of GOG, sort of, or at least the original point of GOG, but it was amazing to see like Prince of Persia: Sands of. I didn't even know that Prince of Persia: Sands of Time had a PC release until I saw it listed on GOG for like $2. I didn't buy it yet, but like I was finding like a whole bunch of older games that I was like, holy shit, I remember this game.
Gets it left side.
That was a whole lot of dribbling for fuck all. Could you stop making shots? What was another game I wanted to play? I wanted to play Rebel Cops, but I feel like Rebel Cops goes way too slow because it's like a turn-based game and like the missions for it take like an hour each, maybe more. And I'm also not great at the game. There we go. We'll just keep with defense. They keep shooting the lights out on us. I have a heavy amount of top-down adventure and action games. Oh yeah, that's right. I also managed to get Empire of Sin for the Switch, and I know that it reviewed poorly, but I was like, hey, it's a turn-based action plus like a management type game where you lead your own family in the mafia and you take over other parts of the city. I was like, this is kind of a neat little thing, you know. You start off with like one dude, you recruit a couple of like cheap people, go out and bust down like breweries and stuff and start building up your own, and eventually start taking over other people slowly. It's a neat little idea. Let's see. Merchant of the Skies is another one where it's like, I feel like the gameplay might be too repetitive to play on stream. I don't know. It's interesting at least. Like, Merchant of the Skies really is one of those things that I wanted to, like, it is right up my alley because I've always kind of wanted the idea of like a wandering trader type game. That does remind me I need to get back into like X4 Foundations because I have a friend of mine who spent like 500, 600 hours in the game and says nothing but great things about it. And it seems to be like, hey, if you want to be you could be like a space pirate or a space merchant. And I'm like, you had me at space merchant. But yeah, Merchant of the Skies is sort of the same thing, except you're on a flying ship and going from island to island. And it's kind of neat because you have to find out the economy of certain islands and
Under 9 minutes left in the second half.
Are you talking about a mafia city? Yeah. I think it's supposed to be Chicago, straight up Chicago, because Al Capone is in the game as like one of the people you could play as. I think they even like name him like Albert or Alfred Capone, like whatever his official full name is. Where you watch mobile game ads. Yeah, Merch to the Skies. It's weird because I feel like it seems like the Steam Deck or the Steam Cloud saves doesn't transfer over, but I don't know. Merch to the Skies would be another one to play. Those are like my two big ones right now, Merchant of the Skies and Dismantle. And I really want to play Dismantle, and maybe I should do it on stream at some point. Just to have that and gauge how people might react to it, especially considering, like I said, it's practically a little indie game, and that's, you know,
Pippen from 20 feet out connects.
This thing tends to thrive on older / indie games. What else is sitting in here? Oh. Why do I feel like I have heartburn or like indigestion or something in my throat? Rebel Cops would be really cool, but like I said, I feel like it goes slow. Oh, the Lara Croft games that are the top-down action games. Lara Croft and the Guardian of Light and Lara Croft and the Temple of Osiris. I think I played Guardian of Light, which is neat because they're mostly just puzzle games. I played a fair amount of Gas Station Simulator. I think they had the whole car wash thing come out with that. Cook Serve Delicious wouldn't be too bad either.
About 7.5 minutes left in the second half.
I think I did one stream of Cook Serve Delicious. I don't even think I officially put it on my YouTube.
40% from long range. O'Connor tosses it.
I need to motivate myself to do that. But like, it's also just one of those things that like every time I think about streaming more often, I don't, because I usually end up having something going on. And then it's just like, well, okay. And then it's like, well, it's been a week, so obviously I don't want to like not do WMMA because people are asking about it, or it's not like I don't want to not do TEW because I've been like working on that. But I really do need to probably just do that, where I get some games that are non-wrestling stuff. Oh yeah, I also got speaking of other zombie apocalypse ones, what was it, The Last Stand Aftermath? That was another one that I don't think it's about the same. I think it's like $25, but that one looked interesting too, and that seems a little bit more action-like than Dismantle, which is more, I think, revolved around crafting and basically living in the world rather than just trying to survive.
And that's his 5th rebound in this one.
Yeah, Cook Serve Delicious would be that'd be fun. If it wasn't already 12:30, I'd be like, you know what? We're gonna spend an hour playing Cook Serve Delicious.
They lead by 1. Parham inbounds the ball.
I actually bought the second one recently because I don't know, something about the second one being in the restaurant felt a little bit better than like the third one. I don't know. The gameplay of the second one, it was all very similar, but also I think I like the rebuilding your own restaurant rather than the fact that, hey, you got a food truck and you got to make a bunch of stuff on the food truck. Like the whole thing is just super fast paced. But either way. You getting pissed over caramel? Oh God!
Let's get back to the action. Both teams are
You're right. I do need to play Cook Serve Delicious again. Or you know what? It's been a while. There's a new Senran Kagura game out. I could always do that.
Nice little crossover.
I tend to have at least one stream of a new Senran Kagura game. I don't think officially it's a straight up Senran Kagura because it's like a Hyperdimension Neptunia thing too.
Left wing tosses it up. The 3 was drained.
But it exists.
They're in front, 63-59.
I've got like import games I haven't ever played on here. I got like the Konosuba game. But then again, it's all in Japanese, so it's kind of a pain in the ass to deal with. That I don't know. Do those always? I don't know if those ever made good streams either. The ones where I have to sit here with my phone and Google Translate stuff while I'm playing the game. That was always interesting. Peach Ball stream was legendary. Yeah. Of course, they have an English version of that too, so I could actually understand all of what they're saying now. Is there anything else I'd love to play? Gravel is racing. I've never played the Dead Rising games, but I finally got Dead Rising. Dicey Dungeons. BDSM seems interesting. BDSM, Big Drunk Satanic Massacre, where I guess you're Lucifer, and humans have turned hell into like one giant like capitalistic place where it's just filled with like shopping, where hell is turned into like shopping malls and fast food restaurants and everything else. And as Lucifer, you have to go around and start just killing everybody to take hell back.
Can't sink the first. Both teams are making a few lineup changes.
Oh yeah, I forgot. All the guys look like Doom Guy, but they're all fat because it's just became, like I said, it's just all become like fast food restaurants and shopping malls and all sorts of other stuff like that. What's the official? Yeah, that looks like a fun game, and it's a top-down game. I'm a gigantic whore for twin stick shooters / twin stick like action games, and BDSM is a twin stick shooter / action game, so it is literally up my alley. What's the? All right, I want to look up the description for this on the store page. Big Drink Satanic Massacre is basically a shooter with strong RPG elements. Not that rocket-propelled gun, though. The game itself takes place in hell, where the main hero, Lou, is to find booze and rescue the hottest mistress from the clutches of a fat clown. The game consists of 4 levels / chapters representing different areas of hell, such as the hellish Big Whack fast food cafe, skeleton slums in the red light district. The idea behind those levels is to kill specific bosses. Each boss represents a unique multi-stage fight and is pretty challenging. So yeah, I think the whole point of it is that okay, sorry. Ever wonder what it'd be like to be Satan's son? Nothing special. Unleashed lust, chronic alcoholism, and reckless shooting. Save hell. That's right. It's not the place it used to be. Hell's been possessed by the most vile, dark, hideous evil the world has known. People. They've turned your precious homeland into a madhouse, and only you can stop them. I should probably bring a fifth person over this way.
They cut it to 1.
So yeah, they've basically turned hell into like just a gigantic oh my god. Yeah, metro area full of other stuff. Lou, yeah. LOU.
Leads him with the pass.
Sounds like a libtard game. Yeah, it doesn't specifically say like capitalism bad, but yeah, they turned it into like fast food restaurants and whorehouses and all that stuff. But yeah, it does almost sound like hey, you're saving hell from the true hell, capitalism.
He's 11 for 15 for the game. 2:51 left in the game.
It has that vibe, but you know what? If it's still pretty good, I don't really care. That's the thing. If you at least make a good game, I don't care. Unless you get too preachy with it. That's the other. Yeah, he turned hell into America.
Hits it. They're now out in front by 1.
You mean we're not in it already?
Miles backs him down. Passes it to the wing.
Oh,
puts it up.
Fuck. Come on, man. We're late in the game. We can't be doing that.
Make him think about that shot.
Oh.
And it goes out of bounds.
Who was it? Fuck. Yeah, I figured.
Norwood has it in the paint.
So yeah, that felt like a game that might be interesting as well.
The ball.
Oh.
Norwood brings it up court. With another assist, he'd have 10 in the game. Norwood hangs.
Big time.
All right. All right, goddammit.
We'll see.
You got this. All right. I don't think we've done enough pick and rolls right now. There you go. Oh.
Pippen dumps it off.
All right. There we go.
1:41 left in the game.
All right. We've got some momentum on our side. Oh, Jesus Christ. Don't give up all the momentum. I like how you can't hear the cheering because we're at only like 20% capacity. So like the idea that we've got all this momentum and everyone's like, yeah, but there's only like 400 people in here. I'd probably do gas station simulator as well with the new updates, but I feel like there's a lot of that. That's another thing that I feel like I could hone in on is the idea of playing games that not a lot of other people play. I got a friend of mine that started streaming on Twitch, and he does it once, maybe twice a week, and he always plays Dead by Daylight. That's pretty much all he plays. And I told him, I'm like, that's fine, but you're also going to be competing with like 50,000 other people who are also streaming Dead by Daylight.
With a nice D. They've got to learn to be patient on offense. Good shots will come if you don't rush them.
But, you know, we'll see. Oh, my God. That has to be a hard foul. There you go.
Gets the first, and that makes it a 3-point lead.
This kid doesn't know about pressure. He knew he had a chance to make it a two-possession game and knocked them down.
Yeah, I need to look into that because I got a lot of different. Are you still naming off WrestleFoos? I like Sumire Natsu. She's.
Frank from 8
feet. You didn't ask her out. Wait, what?
Frank now has 4 fouls. The foul stops the clock, which is just what the doctor ordered.
And that's why they did it. Time is not on their side.
And you didn't ask her out, SMH. Are you like going through my Twitter now to like see the photos that I got when I was in Japan?
Miles inbounds the ball. Norwood gets whistled for a foul, and they're in the bonus here, so that'll be a 1-and-1 at the line.
That's the only reason I can think of that you brought up that specifically.
Sinks the first one, and that puts them up by 5.
No, Sumire Natsu plays Dead by Daylight all the time. Oh. Well, I don't. I don't even really like playing with friends. My friends know this, too. They kind of make fun of me for it because I just really didn't care for playing it. Mostly because I'm not all that great at the game. Like, I'm okay at the game. I'll play it with friends. But, yeah, it's just one of those things where I kind of told them, I'm like, I'm just not enjoying myself.
Perfect from the line. And it's an 8-point ball game. New Hampshire carries it up.
You know, I've also been playing a lot of Markout, making cards, because now you can do, like, pose creators and card move creators. And that's been kind of interesting. Also, the fact that the community is pretty much non-existent means that I could be like, hey, I'm kind of one of the more innovative people here because of all the cards and moves and all this other stuff that I've made. Because the official Steam discussions page hasn't had like a new thing on it for quite some time, and the Discord like will occasionally have some people, but not a lot.
And that's the ball game. Maine defeats the Wildcats 81-71. And now it's time to show you our player of the game.
I'm trying to think about all the other stuff. Just Cause 2. I haven't played Just Cause 2 in forever. When was the last time I played Just Cause 2? April 21st, 2013. I don't even think I officially started my YouTube channel at that point. I might have at that point. There's quite a few things in here. Ruiner, Severed Steel. Severed Steel looks interesting. It looks like one of those games where it's just like, this looks really cool, but also I think because it doesn't cost all that much, because the campaign is not super long. All right. Give me a second. See, I just kept looking at other stuff now. Where it was like, what could I play? Things I could play. I should play BDSM. That's another one. Dismantle, BDSM. That'd be fun. BDSM seems like it'd really be a fun game to stream too. And versus. All right, so we're going to past the Boston game. Like I said, 12 wins was really my aim here, so I'm not expecting to win like anything. Let's back out of this so I at least have my recruiting set the way I want it. I don't think I'm going to get hardly anything out of my recruiting. I really probably need to redo my recruiting at this point. Oh, I could probably... There we go. Work my way up. There we go. Perfect. All right, so get through Austin, Simmet. Oh my God, we got a win! Holy shit! More sim wins. We have not had a ton of those. Jesus Christ. We might actually get what, 13? Let's see. If we win Vermont, we win Binghamton. Maybe we even win Stony Brook. We could still, because we're playing these next 3 of 4 games. It's very possible to walk away with a winning record. We can still salvage a winning record. Holy shit, it's still possible. If we win the next 3 of 4 games, Vermont, which should be a breeze... Goal must be to make Maine not Maine. Exactly. Vermont should be a win. Binghamton is a maybe. Stony Brook, that's a probably. That one's not as bad. And then by that point, Albany's not even that big of a deal, because if we can secure the next 3 games as wins... That would be nice. We could still salvage a winning record out of this. Oh no. What comments did I make? This wasn't even that long ago. This was even clipped by you too. Jesus Christ. Yep. What? What was I? What was I? Yeah, I probably still stand behind this, I would say. Yeah. I would say I'd still stand by that. The idea of e-girls and Twitch thoughts getting smoke blown up their ass because dudes are, and it's even worse now, to be honest. That was 2 years ago. That shit's been gotten even worse now. The fact that, like, especially with the VTuber craze, now you don't even have to show your butthole to you don't even have to show your butthole to get smoke blown up your ass. I'm gonna save it one more time since I did a couple more days. All right. Hey, we still have a chance at a winning record. I don't think it's misogyny, because, like, if you have an OnlyFans and you show your butthole and get paid for it, all the power to you. I don't care. Who cares? I'm still, you know what? Even to this day, I'm still not a fan of the fact that, because I'm realizing it now that it's like, yeah, there's still, you still have that thing where people have an overinflated sense of that overinflated ego, because once again, just getting smoke blown up your ass. All right, I think I've done everything I'm going to do with this. But hey, like I said, 19.5. 1,000 people showing up out of 5,000 possible. Yeah, so there's a 5,000, at least 5,000, probably 50, 300, 5,400 almost. Yeah, it's probably 5,500, but yeah. Do I have the confidence thing? Should I do that? I'll wait until later. I think I still have that. Hey, we're 6th in the standings, 6-6. That ain't terrible. So yeah, oh my god, are we at 2.5 hours? Did it really take me that long to go through 3 games? Jesus Christ. I can't believe it took me that long. It's already like 12:45. I should really go to bed. But I do want to real quick look at the standings. So we're technically third? Technically third in the standings, maybe? I think we're maybe below these 3 because we're 6-6 instead of 6-5, so that might hamper it. But not terrible. Could be a hell of a lot worse. You got a 5-17 team over here. We at least got 12 wins. That's actually the top. UMBC is the only other one who's got that many wins. So, hey. There you go. But yeah, thank you very much. I greatly appreciate you guys being here. Appreciate you guys chit-chatting with me and hanging around. And yeah, so yeah, thanks for being here. I need to go to bed. If you're watching this on YouTube, thank you very much. I greatly appreciate you continuing to watch. And like I said, as I've been talking about it, I need to throw in like a non-sports game. One of the games I just talked about, I need to like actually do that. And that just requires me probably to stream slightly more often than I do now. But yeah, thanks. I appreciate it, and I will see you guys next time.